A local doctor breaks his silence in interview, part of an I-Team investigation that News Channel 3 brought you at 6. And now at 6:30, we give you more of that interview without edits as this whistleblower describes his experience of what he calls a lack of patient safety during COVID and retaliation. This is a story first on News Channel 3.
The obvious question, do you feel vindicated?
Well, yes. I think you've seen the written statement from the court, and they found all 9 of our causes of action were well argued, and we supported our points. And yeah, I think this case superficially is about one whistleblower doctor being retaliated against, but really this case was about the dozens of people at Eisenhower that worked with me that had concerns about patient and worker safety, and also had concerns about a culture of bullying that especially focused on the women colleagues in our department.
As I was reading this last night, of course, I was having a little PTSD because it really recounts week by week what was happening. And I think it starts around February and then all through the beginning of the pandemic. Why did you believe so strongly that COVID presented such a danger? And according to your argument, Eisenhower didn't, and many others there did not believe so.
Well, I have training in clinical virology. I was a bench researcher at the Gladstone Institute of Virology and Immunology at UCSF, trained with some of the best in the country. And, I always said to people, it's not magic or psychic powers that lets me predict what's going to happen. It's scientific training. I very loudly called for the Coachella Valley, which was clearly a hot spot in March, to be put in lockdown. And 5 days after I made that public appeal that we go into lockdown, the state of California was put into lockdown. Why did that happen? Because the same people that advised Governor Newsom on what would be safest, given we had a lethal virus with no ability to test for it or treat it, would be a lockdown. Well, those were my professors. Those advisors are the same people that trained me. So, and that's why when I said we need to be wearing masks inside buildings, within 7 days, 10 days, Cameron Kaiser, the public health officer of Riverside County, made that the rule in the county. Was that magic that I knew that? No, it was just science.
You argued in your case that Dr. Abbasi, who, from my understanding, was your boss, was making fun of mask wearers at Eisenhower in March of 2020.
Yeah, he thought it was overblown, and he considered any discussion of anticipating problems with COVID to be hysteria. I think the exact quote of the decision included testimony that he had mentioned that people of Asian descent romanticize wearing masks. We actually had...
And Dr. Loftus wants to be clear. He says his issues were with the administration, not the people who provide care at Eisenhower day in and day out. This case was decided through a process called judicial reference, a conflict resolution decided by a retired judge. Eisenhower does have the option to appeal. A hearing on punitive damages is still to come. Eisenhower did provide this statement. It says, Eisenhower denies Dr. Loftus's allegations, disagrees with the judge's decision, and reserves its right to potentially pursue appellate review. Stay with News Channel 3 for any new developments, and of course you can find John's full report at for the I-Team on KESQ.com.